Hola todos. Tonight, we are continuing our Season 2 of Penske Porsche F1 My Team with Round 8 in Belgium. Yes, so now I believe this is the halfway point. Yes, so last time around I made the mistake of thinking we were only running a 12 race season, but it is 16. So after this race, we will be done with the first half of my second season with Porsche. So far, results not looking great. If you look there, we are either winning races or completely out of the points or not finishing races. So our durability department is still lacking. But the Ferraris there are holding on to a lead started early on in the season, but they're slowly losing grasp. As you can see, Lewis Hamilton in the last couple races, he's won the last two. So Hamilton's catching up, and even Valtteri's having some good consistency. You can see a lot of second places there. So the Mercedes are looking hot on the Ferrari's tails. We're looking to just finish out the season being consistent. You know, get some points where we can. Try and stay in that middle of the field, middle of the pack kind of thing. Right now we're achieving those goals. You know, we're 7th and 11th in the drivers' standings, and we're 5th in team standings. So those are above halfway for each. And, you know, Jack Doohan is halfway, you know, the top 50% there. So that's pretty good. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't want to waste too much time here because it is a sprint weekend. So you can see here we're going to go to qualifying and then the sprint and then the race. The feature race. So we're going to jump right into qualifying. I didn't get a ton of practice time because of the weather. The first 30 minutes of the practice were downpouring. So I only had a few solid minutes of dry running to get some accurate data in, because of course I want to practice in the dry because this whole weekend is dry. So this my base setup for like just the Grand Primo cars is 1410 here, but with our R&D upgrades I'm wondering if maybe we should lower it a little. I feel maybe just one each. And I think everything else will be fine. We're going to raise up those tire pressures for the Kemmel straight and all that jazz. But let's get right to it.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
Because of the length of this lap, we're not going to have time to do double out laps. Nor are we going to have tons of time to get multiple runs in. So it's kind of, let's make our laps stick. And we got a limited number of chances to get good laps in. Hello, Sophia. Hopefully this weekend will go better than last time. Last race in Hungary was set up to be good, but it was a right shocker. Not a good result. Basically, if you missed it, the recap of that was an AlphaTauri brake tested me almost in one of the corners, and I lost a front wing. So then I went into the pits to get it repaired, knowing I dropped to the back. And for some reason, the game didn't replace my front wing. So then I had to pit again, and now I'm, you know, minutes behind. And then later on, we had a spin, and I was just like, you know what? After all this, I think we're going to call it. So I just retired the car. Because at that point, there's no salvaging it, and I'd rather just save some durability, you know. Put a little bit less laps on the engine. Now I haven't been exactly paying attention to my tire temps on this outlap, because I'm the world's greatest multitasker. I'm gonna have to try and remember. I did the practice session like a week ago. Not a week, but felt like it. So I'm gonna have to try and remember how to drive this thing. A little deep there. And I missed a downshift there. Not a great second sector here. Going into the final sector. Okay, enough for fourth on the initial run. I definitely got to make sure and ace my prep laps or my out laps next time, because I wasn't really paying attention this time. But
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
you can tell we're topping out the engine revs on the Kemmel Straight here. And it's only season 2. Season 2 of my team. That lap was alright. There was just a lot of like, I could have nailed that corner better. You know, like I took the corner alright, but I didn't nail it. This one I went way too deep. Lost a bunch of time. And that one I missed a downshift.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
I went down into first for this bus stop chicane, but I don't know if I need to. Also, that pit entry sucks. The pit entry and exit on this track suck, if you're asking my honest opinion. That might be a hot take, because everyone seems to love Spa. Spa-Francorchamps. Sophie, thank you for the good vibes. This race is going to be good. I feel it. But I also said that last time. So, who knows? I haven't been playing this game as often as I was like at the start of this season. I was kind of playing this game all the time. But it's alright. Uh-oh, our time's tumbling. Might we have to go out again? Nah, we're 8/10ths off the knockout time. We'll be fine. This could be risky. I think we stopped in 11th there. Yeah, okay. Nice. Definitely risky. I probably shouldn't be doing that. But also our teammate made it. Cool. I was expecting a little bit better pace around here. I'm going to be honest. 11th and 14th is not great. I can't change anything with the car now. So, and like I said, we don't have a bunch of time for running, so I'm just gonna go out once here. We also don't have a ton of tires because it's a sprint weekend. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's go.
We're currently sat in 16th with no time on the board. Can he do it? Maybe. I wouldn't put money on it. Sorry, I went silent focus mode to make up for my outlap last time.
2 minutes remaining in the session. We need a good lap here or we're out of qualifying. Come on.
Only just a few cars coming out and qualifying here on this final run. Just the what? The 6 of us? Probably just the bottom 6. Which is interesting, because if the top 10 are sitting in the garage, if any of us improve, they're fucked. So I don't know why they would do that. Oh shit, wasn't paying attention. Too deep. It's a pretty low downforce setup, so I gotta remember for those harsh braking zones, like at the start and the end of the lap, I really gotta hit it. I thought at least I might be able to put up one purple sector here and there, but so far getting nothing. Ooh, a little frame skip there. Love to see it. Yeah, I don't think I need to go into first. I put a second. Wow. So maybe I improved a lot in my final sector there. I think I gained a lot of time there by not going into first on that chicane. Which, by gain time, I mean, because we didn't put up a lap. I meant to the previous lap. But 83 hundredths off. Okay, so we have the pace. We just got to put it all together. Jack is out in 14th. We're almost a second faster than our teammate. We're about 8 tenths, give or take. And look at those Red Bulls just barely making it. Red Bull fell off. And I feel like the McLarens are the silent team here. You know, they're slowly just putting in good, consistent results. But everyone's focusing on the fight between the Ferraris and Mercedes. I wonder if I just lower those just a tad. Maybe give us a little bit more in the second sector. Okay, we are going to try and do 2 for this final qualifying, so I want to get out there ASAP. It'll be close. Because it's like 6 minutes, you know, out lap plus the lap and the in lap. So we're going to kind of do a quick out lap here. We could definitely abuse the track limits in that little section there. That corner right there is just on the edge of 4th or 5th. And I almost wonder about no downshift into Puan. I maybe could take that in 8th. Not flat out, but definitely maybe could take it in 8th. Yeah, so like we came out at 11 minutes and we're getting around at 9:40, so it's just under 2 minutes. Got to brake much earlier for that first corner. It's touchy. That braking performance on some of these corners is just not great, especially on the low downforce setup. Brakes may be an area where we need to prioritize in the next couple weekends in terms of our R&D. Because that's only a 142.2. It's only good enough for 7th right now. A little bit of not paying attention.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Getting on the power in 3rd, coming out of that off camber corner is a little dodgy. It's just a wee bit dodgy. Yeah, I definitely don't think I have to go to 7th for that, but maybe tap the brake a little bit more. Yeah, our lap is slowest of all right now, so that's not great. But we are on a scrub set, and a lot of those laps are probably on new sets. And because of the length of the lap here, a scrub set is like really scrubbed. Like, see, we're on 14% wear. Alrighty, mate. Let's get her done. I also hate being at the end of the pit lane, garage-wise, right to the exit there, because, like, it doesn't give my brain enough process time to be like, okay, I gotta get ready to hit the pit limiter, you know, and get ready to turn the wheel. But it'll be all down to this lap here. How much time do we have? Okay, we got plenty of time.
Okay, engines fired up.
Alright, we're gonna be the very last car on track, it looks like. I feel like, yeah, a lot of the AI there are maybe going out a little early. Like, are they maybe trying to get 2 laps back to back? You got 2 minutes, but there's going to be probably a little bit of traffic jam going into that final there. The final corner. I think we should be good on space. We should be fine. Okay, here we go. Wow, horrible exit. I turned it way too early.
Seconds left in the session.
We're up about a second. Where do we end up? P6. That lap felt a lot better than it ended up being. So that's not looking great for our car's pace this weekend. P6. That's alright.
And with qualifying complete, let's review
3
our
tenths
top
off,
three
wow.
today. Sainz,
Those Ferraris,
Russell,
man.
And Valtteri Bottas. With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Hamilton has a 5-place penalty for the feature. So that's interesting. That will not help his charge to try and overtake the Ferraris in the championship. But both Ferraris are tied right now, so I don't remember seeing the results there of which one was better, but it'll be interesting. And I just have to remember that on the game still, the sprint race results set the grid for the feature race, whereas in real life it's separate now. So I got to remember not to bottle it here. Otherwise I'm screwed over for the race.
Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. It's Carlos Sainz in
So
pole
Carlos
position,
took it.
just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. As we continue through the rest
Carlos,
of the
that's a
today,
stonking lap,
we
dude.
have
2 tenths behind, and I was like 4 tenths off, you know?
Verstappen, the
So
only
not even
driver.
crazy. 3 tenths.
Perez, Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc, Albon.
So my pace is not that far off. I think it's just very tight competition.
Stroll, Sargent, Joe, Teo Pourchaire, Magnussen, Sonoda, Hulkenberg, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And the last few races have been a bit rough for them, unable to get a clean run. That's got to have some effect on their confidence, surely.
Certainly confidence is an important factor. And every time you're involved in an incident, it's not just the car you damage, but that confidence as well. But all the top racing drivers are able to tune that out when the race gets underway and focus on the job at hand.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said my confidence hasn't been a little shaken after the last 2 events. But in my country, we have a saying. That saying is, F it, we ball. So let's ball, baby. We should probably be a little bit higher on fuel. Because this track, we're topping out on the Kemmel Straight, so that's burning a bunch of fuel. But I think our car's good on fuel efficiency. I think we can go 1.2 over, and we should be fine. Some opting for the soft. That'll be interesting.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're loading the gears, so let's go through them all if you can. Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
Thanks, Mark. So we got Max on the softs in front of us and Perez on the softs behind us. So that is a little scary. But those tires should drop off massively. How many laps is it? It's 8 laps. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but after what? A couple out laps and a couple push laps on those set of soft tires in what, Q3? They're at like 14%. And the grip in the game code wise drops off at 25. So I feel like they're not going to have much pace. But now the important thing is in the race, they have an extra set of mediums for the race. So that's where it'll be interesting. Okay, I'm not that slow. Jeez, you guys don't have to go through me. Let's just keep it clean.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding
Let's keep it
drivers
clean.
as the
Here we
lights
go.
out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient.
Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?
Floors incurred massive damage.
I gave so much space, too. I gave so much space. No downforce. Are you kidding me? I'm going to have a look at that replay. I gave so much space.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
I'm just going to get swallowed up, man. My rear is wanting to step out on every corner. Wow. That's so frustrating. It's like Perez has damage. My rear just wants to swing around. Washing machine simulator. Jeez. I better be careful with the ERS there.
You have critical damage to the floor. Be
I know. Shut up, Mark. This second sector is my fucking nightmare. I just have no mid-corner grip. I probably could have got that move done. I think this is the fucker who dialed down the inside of me.
enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Well, it looks like I have superior top end speed. So maybe that can save me in this first and final sector. But that middle sector is a yoke, dude.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Those corners are so rough. I'm hoping the damage is not too critical we have to retire. Because I really can't start from the back again, dude. Tried that in Hungary and it was the worst thing ever. Can I pull away before the DRS? I think I can. They're fighting. If they're fighting into that corner there, that'll slow them down a bunch.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.0 seconds.
The braking performance in that first corner is much better with a fuel load that's a little bit heavier.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Now here's where the grip starts to get worse and I'm starting to understeer. See, way wide. I'm losing that grip, man. I also may have been a little bit too audacious with the fuel levels. think maybe 1.5, 1.6 over for the race. Hopefully we can just get to the end of the race in this position. It'll be a net 0 position gained, but it'll be great for damage limitation. Almost dropped it there. You can see the guys behind are gaining time. And that Hamilton behind in the Mercedes is probably pushing them because he's faster behind us. We struggling.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Okay, we should be fine on fuel. Our ERS is a little bit low, but we got 2 seconds behind us to play with. Those soft runners gotta be screaming by now, dude. If my tire's on 23. Of course, mine are gonna wear a little bit more because I'm sliding around because of the damage, but critically, Hamilton got past Albon, so he's gonna probably catch up to us here in these final 2 laps. Two laps, let's do it. It's hammer time, baby. Wait, that's not right. A little slidey through Eau Rouge and Radion there. And I would say we're mitigating the gap behind us excellently. Gap in front of us, not so much. They're pulling away from us each lap. But for some reason, Hamilton's unable to catch us. At least on this lap.
one lap of fuel remaining.
Okay, 2.1's the gap behind us. We really just need to stay out of trouble on this final lap here.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
.6, he's gaining a lot. 4/10 in the last two corners there. Even more now. Like I said, my tires are probably much more worn because I'm sliding around with this lack of downforce. He's only 1 second behind me now. Under 1 second. I went onto the grass there. That lost me some grip and a lot of time. Fuck. Come on, don't lose your form, Owen. Come on, finish well. Oh, just barely.
And that's the
Just
end of
barely
the race.
kept it in
See you
P6.
Parc Fermé.
Wow, dude. What a race. Jesus Christ. Did George Russell end up taking it? I wasn't paying attention to who crossed the line. That'll be big for him. Either of the Ferrari boys. What a horrible start.
Let's have a look then at the driver's
Yeah, so
standings.
George Russell did pull
George
it.
Russell takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow where we'll be live with all the action.
Oh,
Until
wow.
then, goodbye.
So I started 6th and finished 6th. I'm happy with that. I wanted more, obviously, at the start, but after that lap 1 collision, I'm happy with that. That's great damage limitation. But real quick, I gotta view this replay here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Let's see. Who dive bombs us? So Norris goes for a big move on the inside, and I think it's Perez that goes into us. So there's contact there because Perez tries to turn in. Oh, I just skipped it. So Perez tries to turn in early to try and dive to the inside of me. But Norris is there and he's unaware. So he makes contact there and then tries to quick correct. You can see his wheels are slightly turned. So he tries to correct and then boom, into the side of me there. That breaks his front wing end plate and destroys my side pods. As we might be able to see. Yeah, big damage there on the side. Yeah, and look at the end plate. Look at the end plate. Or the floorboards. Sorry. The barge boards, if you will. Completely broken off. See how there's that big section missing? And then we look at that side. It's not straight, but it's together. Wow. So that's why then on the end of lap 1, he's into the pits. And that destroyed his. But, that's not my fault. He dove on the inside of me. I feel like I left a bunch of space there. And I honestly think a little bit's on Norris to, that move is never there. Trying to, especially on that corner, you cannot cut that angle that tight. There's just no way. There's just no way. All right, so starting 6th for the feature race. Here we go. Now we got 22 laps of showdown. A few things about that. I was surprised that Max kept the pace on those softs, so that'll be interesting to look out for the Red Bull's tire wear. They might be not great on pace, but they might have good tire wear. For my race, that lack of downforce made my tires slide around so much. That's why they were wearing probably much faster than those around me. But I'm glad we were able to keep it together. I also think a big difference between that, what just happened, and last time out at Hungary is I immediately was like, let's get my head down and race. Sure that happens. I had my little expletives, but then I got to it. In Hungary I was driving angry and I made more mistakes.
And all the better for it. Climbs, drops, sharp turns, chicanes, sweeping high-speed corners, all while taking in some of the most beautiful scenery that Europe has to offer. This might sound like a travel brochure, but it's not. It's a race day. Welcome along to Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix.
Spa-Francorchamps.
Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up.
I'm getting a little sweaty already.
9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track's a great one for fans of pure speed, and the average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles per hour. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, the owner driver, Albon, Ocon.
Yeah, it's not going to be Hamilton behind us because he has that penalty.
Stroll, Hamilton, Sargent, Doohan, Norris, Joe, Ricardo, Sonoda, Teo Pourchaire, Hulkenberg, Perez, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time.
So maybe I need to
lights
leave
out,
more
so
space
let's
into
go
turn
down
1
to
this
the
time, starting on the outside.
It's just about time to go down to the track for the beginning of the race, but before we do, Anthony Davidson, what types of strategy do you think we can expect for today's event?
Well, there's a lot that both the driver and the team have to keep in mind when going into a race. The tyres, fuel, energy recovery systems, the list goes on and on. But I think the key to today's victory will come down to the pit stop strategy. Come in too soon and you might find yourself needing more than one stop. Too late and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage by spending longer on worn tyres.
Alright, what is everyone else starting on? Lots of softs. Interesting. I do think we can make the softs last. I don't know, 22 laps. If we do, what is it projecting here? 9 laps on the soft. That's one more than was the entire sprint race. And my mediums in the sprint race were pretty worn. Again, I'll say it like the 4th time. Albeit, I was sliding around. I almost wonder if we start on the mediums, we can either go, okay, these are wearing too fast, and at lap 11 we can switch on to the hards there. Or if they feel nice, we can take them all the way to 13 and then do the final 9 on soft. So basically just do a reverse of this first one here. I think that's what we got to do. So we'll do 9 and 13. Oh, 13 and 9, really. And it's still 1 second projected faster than this, so. Okay, and what do we say? We should probably do 2 laps of extra fuel. We did 1.2 for that, and we ended with 0.6. That was over 8 laps. This is going to be 3 times the distance thereabouts. So, projected over the course of the whole race, it should be, what, 3 times 6, 1.8 extra. So if we do 2, maybe that's too close. What if you do 2.1? 2.2? 2.1. We'll do 2.1. I think we got it. 2.2. I'm changing it. Sorry. Can't make a decision. 2.2. 2.2. Let's go. My ears are a little sweaty from this beanie.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice starts. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down.
So lots of softs around us. But hopefully their pace falls off and we're able to hold strong. It seemed like even with the damage in that last race, we had some good straight line speed. So hopefully we can make that work for us.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Alright, I think we got this. I think if immediately after the lap 1, these soft runners are much faster than us, we don't want to race them too hard. Obviously, we don't want to just give up 10 positions, but we don't want to race the soft runners too hard. If they're faster. If we can kind of keep average pace, then I think we can defend. But we're definitely going to be slower. At least at the start. But the difference between pit time is either lap 13 for me and lap 9 for them. So that's a good 4 laps of difference. So hopefully by lap 9, you know, lap 8 and 9, their tires are gone. And my tires should still be okay. I'm curious though, the undercut may be massive here. So we may have screwed ourselves on that. Starting in the same place we did last time.
Okay, incredible parking there. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good.
We're just going to have to not get dive bombed into T1.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will be...
Ah. I thought that Ferrari was going to slam into me. And then I took some non-necessary course correction. Lost a bunch of time there. This guy's just all over me. Oh, he's a soft runner. He's Piastri behind me. See, we have the straight line speed. Too much fuel to be doing ERS through that flat. I didn't even want to send it there.
Nice move. Good job.
I think this makes me now the leading most medium runner, because I don't think the top 3 are running on mediums. They're all softs.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Oh, Russell is on mediums. I gained so much time in this final sector.
Gap to your teammate behind is 7.5 seconds.
And I'm just going to miss out on DRS. So I think we pump our ERS now. And we pump our ERS now to get into DRS a max here. And then he's on soft, so I think we sit behind him and gain some ERS back and just bide our time while his tires slowly drop off. And then once he starts to drop off, then we get him. I let off the brakes there. Okay, surely we'll get into ERS now. Okay, so now we sit. Ugh. I keep letting off the brakes a tad onto that corner and going wide. And I missed a downshift there. A couple downshifts. The thing is here, I don't want to get caught up trying to purposely stay behind Max and watch George Russell run off into the distance. Outbrake myself there a little bit. Okay, I think here we overtake him on this next lap. On the Camel Straight, I think. I do reckon. Because George Russell is starting to get away.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
I didn't know which way he was going. Starting to lose a little bit of that grip. That was not a great lap trying to catch up to Russell there. We want to, as quickly as possible, get away from Max and get into DRS of Russell.
Okay, this is good. You're catching the car ahead. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 11.2 seconds.
I think all the increased fuel and the battling I've done this so far in this race have accounted for about the same amount of extra tire wear that I was getting because of sliding around in the sprint. So right now here on lap 8 compared to lap 8 of the sprint race, we're about the same tire wear. So because of this, because we're already on 30, 35 now, I imagine Max's undercut will be pretty big. So we're probably going to have to come out on softs and do some more battling.
Start losing some tire grip anytime now.
Awesome, we're going to get DRS here. I think we're just going to go for it. Nope. Didn't have the overspeed. Max is losing lots of time. He's lost almost 1 second this lap. The second sector is not good for us. We got to get past here. Okay, we're closer than when we were last time around. Oh my god. My life just flashed before my eyes. Oh, our tires are sliding. Now we have clean air to cook in, so
Okay, clear.
yellow. We got a yellow. If there's a safety car, do it now. Otherwise, we're gonna get fucked. Safety car. No safety car. Well, there's our opportunity.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Yeah, we're definitely losing the grip through there. If Russell pits this lap, that's great news for us. Because that means we will not be racing him for the final stint. Because if he's on hards for the final and I'm on softs, it'll be no question. So I'll be curious to see if he pits here. But we weren't able to break DRS, so if he doesn't pit here, I don't have a ton of ERS to play with. He is. Awesome. Okay, so let's just drive some clean laps. We're going to be down on pace, and Max will definitely undercut. But I think we can do it. Yep, Max is putting up fast laps. But he went soft medium. The opposite of our strategy. And a lot of other people, it looks like, are going on to the medium hard, which is interesting. Because now they're going to be on hards while I'm on softs. So it looks like this may be a battle between me and Verstappen. It looks like Duan's yet to pit, but kind of a cool moment. We're running 1 and 2 right now. But he's just yet to pit. And Max is gaining seconds on us. So he's definitely going to come out in the lead after I pit. No question about that. We are on 50% tire wear. It's going up by 10s each lap.
Push now, we're boxing this lap. Jack's in the pits, Jack in the pits.
Okay, he's 16.9 behind. Let's see how much time he gains just on this in lap.
And the gap behind us is 17.2 seconds.
Here's in the second sector where he's going to gain all his time. He's got over a second on us. Almost 1.5. Says we're going to come out in 6, so not great. We're going to have some work to do. I absolutely hate this pit lane. They're coming into the final corner now.
Okay, go, go, go! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
We did not come out in 6th. Good work from the Porsche boys. We're only 3 seconds behind Max. That's fantastic. Okay, here we play it slow because we want to preserve these tires. We're not going to push crazy on this outlap because the name of the game from here for the next, 4 or 5 laps is just bide our time. I'm not going to use the RS. We're already faster just on tire pace, tire advantage. So we're just going to keep on rocking in the free world. But you can see there, 5% on just the outlap.
Manage your tyres.
Now we'll start to use the RS just on some straights. But we're not going to push it crazy through the corners. Not going to use the RS here. They're going to fight. So we're going to definitely be well within ERS. We'll have no issue with that.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Fastest lap, not even pushing. Okay, here's where we go. Here's where we start to pounce. Oh, our engine tops out, and then look at that. We're just matched on speed.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Okay, our tires are getting worn. But he's now on 7-lap-old mediums. And remember, our mediums on lap 8 were around, 25 to 29%. George Russell is right there. So he's not done yet.
You've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Gap to your teammate behind is 19.
I'm not fighting. I'm not diving there, Max. Slingshot engaged. Now here's where we try and pull away before our tires drop off, which they will very soon. So we want to pull away and hopefully they fight behind us. We can kind of compare our medium tires by the end of 13 laps around like 50%, 55%. So ideally, Max's tires should be in that same range in the next coming laps here. And so he shouldn't really have a chance to come back at us. The thing is, it may be by the end of the race, you know, in 5 laps time, those hard tires will come back into form. And after my softs drop off and Max's mediums fall off, those hards could still be in the game. So it's not done yet. Even though we're 2 seconds ahead of the next hard runner, not done yet. So we're going to have to drive about 3 laps with tires that are falling off. I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but the game code is quite literally that after 25% on softs, the curve for tire wear and pace starts to drop off tremendously. So we've just crossed over that threshold with our front left. And now our front right. I'm sweating bad, guys. I'm nervous. Okay, I think we're fine on fuel. Because he said 4 laps remaining as we're finishing up our 4th remaining lap. We're still looking good on ERS too. Okay, so we're not pulling away much anymore. I think last time around the gap was 3.2, and now it's 3.5, 3.6. So it's getting to be marginal now. And clearly Russell is still with Verstappen on the medium, so those hards are still giving good pace. That's Logan Sargent out at turn 1. The gains are becoming marginal.
Caution, caution. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 28.4 seconds.
There's Logan's car.
Green flag.
Yeah, so we're only gaining about half a second now. Because last lap at this point, we were like 3.5, and now we're 4 seconds.
Only got 2 laps of fuel.
So, oh gosh, I'm not paying attention. So we are gaining, but not by much anymore. Alright, this is the penultimate lap. I don't think they're going to have enough time to come back at me.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Our tires are still looking good. I think they didn't wear as much because of the lighter fuel. And we're honestly gaining because I think they started fighting a little bit there. The gap's 4.7. Alrighty, man. Just a few corners left. Two more corners. 1, 2. The checkered flag is waved. Let's go. Let's fucking go. From 6th.
Fantastic, amazing. You deserve
Wow, that was spectacular. How do we not get driver of the day? Come on, man.
Race then, and a magnificent
6th to
victory
1st
here
and the
at the
fastest lap.
Grand Prix. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being
Let's
quick
go,
lap
dude.
after lap after lap.
That's awesome.
Do that, you can
We
capitalize
continue
on
our
those
pattern of
errors
either
without
first
making any of your own. And that's
or
the
no
process
points.
that can push you a long way
Either
up the
25 or 0. You pick.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now.
There we are. Wonderful, man. That's 3 race wins this season. 3. Awesome. Let's check these
Let's see what
standings.
effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. That's a positive result for George Russell, who further solidifies his position at the top of the standings. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day? It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
So overall on the weekend, we take the top spot in terms of cumulative points with 29. And that's 3 from the sprint and 26 from the race. So that's max points for a single driver in a race. That's us with the race win and the fastest lap. That's wonderful. But it looks like, Carlos didn't have a great race going from 2nd place to 5th. But George Russell was still able to maintain that podium position. So I bet standings-wise, yeah, George Russell definitely takes it by 6 points. So they started the weekend tied, and George Russell comes out ahead. And now, crucially, Valtteri is ahead of Lewis because of his penalty and his result here. Where did he finish up in the race? Yeah, Lewis was out of the points in the race. And Valtteri, crucially, was 12 points. So that's pretty big. Valtteri overtakes Lewis in the standings. Lewis was on a charge. He won the last 2 races. And we're 1 point behind Verstappen. No way, dude. That's awesome. We totally kicked Lando Norris's butt now. We're 20 points ahead of him. Awesome, dude. All right. What a race. What a race. I'm sweating. Had me nervous a little bit. We have a race-winning car. It's just that durability that is holding us back from being a championship-winning car. See, and 2 of our upgrades have failed. Okay, we're gonna, instead of doing, normally I would do the driver, anything to help our driver, but we gotta get his contract. Okay, we're gonna definitely re-sign with Doohan for the rest of the season. But just for the rest of the season. We're unsure as of yet into season 3. But instead of doing the driver training, which I'd normally do, I'm going to do the durability, because as we just saw, 2 of our upgrades failed. So we got to get these in before Monza. And is this going to come in before Monza? It should. Can't afford any of those. And yeah, see, this is where our brake performance is not good. We need to sorely get some upgrades there. Why can't I do this yet? It's probably because our facilities aren't upgraded enough. We're on Spec 2. Do we need Spec 3 for that? Probably. but it's so much more to get one. All right, we only got 5 million, so we have to sign a driver, or renew contracts. And I don't think we have enough to get a new driver. And I also just think it would be raw to get rid of Jack halfway through the season. Red Bull, AlphaTauri, IRL. We're going to renegotiate with Jack. He's got 4 points this season. He's great. We'll give him his value. And he is going to sign with us. Beautiful. So there's 2.5 million sent. Let's look at the sponsors. I've just been renewing the same ones, but our car might be able to get some better money here. Fastest lap in any session. Well, practice, I'll be able to do that because that's easy. You just turn the difficulty down and then pump in a lap. You go score 10 Constructors' Championship points. That means consistent podiums, which I just don't think we're consistent enough because, yeah, and definitely not this one. No DNFs. What's this one? Top 10? Okay, I think we can do that. But that's the same as this. So we definitely want to sign this one and get rid of this one. Because it's the same thing. A top 10 is 1 point, at least. So this is giving us 111 with 81 weekly. This will give us 100 weekly and 144 for hitting that. So we definitely need to swap those around. But I think we're going to go with this one. Fastest lap in any session. We can do that. And, alrighty. So did that. He's got 90 focus. That's really good. He's locked in with us. That's awesome. Alright, we can't do any upgrades, so let's just get through this.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, so the entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any
I hope not.
developments will need to
I
be
want
ordered
this.
from the R&D screen.
There we go. Okay, we wanted that drag reduction because that's crucial for Monza.
Next race weekend.
Yeah, that's crucial. And that brings our arrow a little bit higher there comparative to the other teams. Now these 2 durability upgrades should be guaranteed. There we go. And next stop,
Okay, we've had the new parts come
the
through fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next
the
Grand
Italian Grand Prix, which for some reason this game calls the Monza Grand Prix, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, round 9 coming up next, Monza. We got a drag reduction upgrade heading into it, and as this Belgium round here proved, our straight line speed is not terrible. So hopefully we can string a back-to-back performance for once. But let's just end off with checking out our pattern here of either race wins or no points at all. But thanks for sticking around for this one. It looked dicey at the start there at the sprint, but we pulled it together to make a good